Your local supermarket is charging you a premium for a freshness that they have actually trained you to throw away. Big ag and retail supply chains benefit from a buy, consume, and bin cycle that ensures you return to the store every single week for items that nature designed to be infinite. They want you to believe that once a vegetable is cut, its value is gone. The Japanese grandmother ran a kitchen on almost nothing and wasted less than most modern households ever will. Especially for those who survived the post-war years, kitchen scraps were never seen as waste. They were dormant assets. Today, we are revealing 25 scrap secrets, from the green tops that act as a perpetual garnish to the fruit seeds that clean your drains. You are about to stop paying for groceries you can actually grow for free on a windowsill. 1. You are throwing away a lifetime supply of garnish every time you trim the white tips off your green onions. In Japanese urban apartments for decades, the practice was to keep these roots in glass jars of water on the windowsill. The root system remains perfectly viable as long as it has moisture and light. Most people pay $2 for a plastic-wrapped bundle that rots in 5 days, while a grandmother's jar produces fresh greens forever. It feels like reclaiming a small piece of your grocery bill every morning. But it is not just the plants themselves that have value, as even the water you wash them in is a hidden resource. 2. Your sink drain is currently better fed than your garden plants. This brings us to the philosophy of Mottainai, a Japanese word that means every object has a soul, and wasting its potential causes a deep sense of regret. Japanese grandmothers always save the first wash of rice water in a ceramic bowl. It is a mild, nutrient-rich fertilizer containing nitrogen and phosphoric acid. Very few people connect this cloudy water to plant health, so they buy expensive chemical feeds in plastic jugs. Now watch what happens when you apply this logic to the vegetables you peel. 3. The most flavorful part of the carrot never even makes it into your soup pot. Village households grew the green fronds in shallow water to use as a bitter, nutrient-dense parsley substitute. The crown of the carrot contains concentrated minerals that sprout quickly when given a little light. We often buy imported herbs while throwing away a superior local alternative that costs nothing. It is a reminder that the industry sells us only the parts that are easy to ship. 4. That tough center piece of the cabbage you discard is actually a miniature cabbage factory. Post-war Japanese frugality dictated that even the core be utilized for a second harvest by placing it in a saucer of water. The central meristem can push out new, tender leaves that are perfect for salads. Modern convenience culture sells pre-shredded bags that lose nutrition by the hour, while the core remains alive and ready to grow. 5. You can stop buying celery for the rest of the year if you simply save the last 2 inches of the base. This is a common practice in Japanese domestic science that existed long before convenience stores arrived. The base is a structural hub that regenerates stalks when placed in a small glass bowl of water. Most people buy a whole head when they only need 2 sticks, but a grandmother knows how to make that one purchase last a season. 6. Your tea's second life is as a grease-cutting power tool for your dirtiest pans. Japanese grandmothers use damp, spent tea leaves to scrub heavy oils before they even use soap. The natural tannins break down surface fats without the need for harsh chemicals. We tend to overuse expensive dish soap that dries out the skin, but the answer is sitting in your used tea bag. 7. That dried out piece of ginger in the back of your drawer is actually a dormant seed waiting for a pot. Japanese village households for generations kept ginger in wooden pots to ensure a fresh, spicy supply. Ginger is a rhizome, meaning any piece with a small eye or bud will sprout if placed in soil. Why pay high prices for organic roots that traveled 5,000 miles when you can grow your own? 8. Leek bottoms are functionally like scallions, but they are even more substantial and easier to regrow in a ceramic cup. The standard kitchen practice is to never throw the beard of the leek away because the hardy root base regenerates rapidly in fresh water. Western grocers charge a high cost per weight for leeks, but you only ever need to buy the first one. Between 1950 and 1980, Western advertising shifted from making the most of what you have to buying the newest version. We were told that regrowing was for the poor or the desperate, while disposable products were the mark of the middle class. Japanese grandmothers ignored this. They knew that a scrapped vegetable is not dead, it is just resting. The convenience industry wants you to forget that food is a living system. If you remember that, you stop being a customer and start being a producer. Reclaiming this knowledge is the only way to get your household budget back under control. 9. Those tough mushroom stems are actually the secret to the world's best soup base. Japanese grandmothers dry these near the stove in a glass jar to create a deep, savory seasoning. Drying concentrates the natural glutamates for a massive flavor hit. Most people reach for MSG-heavy bouillon cubes, but the stems you toss away have more depth and no chemicals. 10. Potato peels hold 50% of the nutrients and 100% of the crunch. A common wartime snack involves seasoning these peels with salt and roasting them until golden. The skin contains most of the fiber and iron that the supermarket processing plants usually strip away. Stop buying $5 bags of chips processed in seed oils when the best part of the potato is already in your hand. 11. When garlic turns green, it is not going bad, it is becoming a premium delicacy. Grandmothers let old cloves sprout in a ceramic jar to harvest the garlic grass. The green sprout is a milder, sweeter version of the clove that chefs pay a premium for. Modern stores tell you it is expired, but a grandmother knows it is just beginning. 12. You are throwing away the starter for a $10 bottle of cider vinegar every time you peel an apple. Village households ferment these peels in a glass jar with a little sugar and water. Natural yeasts on the skin convert the sugars into acetic acid over time. Why buy artisanal vinegar when your fruit scraps are ready to do the work for you? Next one is 13. Your trash can is full of the calcium your garden tomatoes are currently starving for. Japanese grandmothers crushed sun-dried eggshells into a fine powder to mix into the soil for decades. Calcium carbonate strengthens plant cell walls and prevents rot. You do not need to buy mineral additives at a garden center if you eat eggs for breakfast. 14. The scent of lemon in your cleaning spray is just a fake version of the real power found in the skin. Japanese grandmothers use the white side of the peel to wipe down wooden chopping boards after use. The natural oils act as a solvent and a disinfectant. Most people use synthetic sprays that leave a film, but the fruit itself is cleaner. 15. You can grow a whole salad from the part of the romaine lettuce you usually toss. This is standard apartment gardening wisdom in modern Japan. The base remains active and will push new, crisp leaves within days of being put in water. This stops the cycle of paying for plastic packaged hearts of lettuce. 16. Radish tops actually contain more vitamin C than the radish itself. In village kitchens, these are sautéed with salt and oil in a cast iron pan. Leafy greens concentrate antioxidants to protect the root, yet we throw them away to buy kale. It is the part most people miss because they have been told it is just waste. 17. Your fridge neutralizer is sitting in your coffee filter right now. Dried coffee grounds placed in a small ceramic saucer act as a powerful deodorizer for closets and refrigerators. Nitrogen in the grounds neutralizes sulfur odors naturally. 18. Banana peels can be turned into a potassium-rich tea for your houseplants. Soaking the peels in a glass jar before tossing them to the compost leaches minerals into the water. It is a free mineral boost that helps your indoor garden thrive. 19. Onion skins are the hidden gold of the vegetable world. They are used to deepen the color of broths or even naturally dye fabrics in village households. They are packed with quercetin and pigments that the industry tries to sell back to you in pill form. 20. Leftover cold rice is the world's safest and strongest adhesive for paper and labels. Grandmothers mash a few grains into a paste in a small bowl for domestic repairs. The high starch content creates an acid-free bond that is better than chemical glue. 21. You are throwing away 40% of your watermelon's weight by discarding the rinds. Salt-pressed in Japanese households, these rinds become a crunchy, refreshing side dish. Functionally, the rind is just a firm cucumber, yet we treat it like trash. 22. Tiny carbon filters for your shoe rack can be made from used matchsticks. Saving the burnt heads of matches in a small jar helps absorb minor odors in tight spaces. Activated carbon is a powerful tool that most people throw away every day. 23. Stop buying expensive breadcrumbs when you have crusts and end pieces. Drying every spare piece of bread to be grated over a wooden board is a foundational habit of the frugal Japanese kitchen. 24. Pumpkin seeds contain more protein than the pumpkin flesh itself. Toasted with a little salt on a cast iron pan, they provide a nutrient-dense snack that requires zero extra cost. We are told that our time is too valuable to save scraps. But when you calculate the hours you must work to pay for the food you throw away, the math fails completely. Japanese grandmothers did not do this because they were bored. They did it because they were domestic engineers. They understood that a household is an ecosystem. Once you break the cycle by throwing things away, you become a permanent customer of a system that does not care about your budget. Reclaiming your scraps is how you reclaim your independence. 25. The ashes from your fireplace are the world's most versatile cleaner and garden booster. In village Japan, wood ash was the primary soap and soil sweetener. It contains potassium carbonate, which cuts through heavy grease and raises soil pH. You have been throwing away the literal foundation of a clean, productive home while buying expensive pH balancers for the lawn and chemical degreasers for the oven. Taking a scoop of white ash and mixing it with water creates a paste that emulsifies grease instantly. It is the ultimate reveal of how much value we ignore in our pursuit of modern convenience. Pick one scrap today. Do not throw the scallion roots away. Put them in water. Which of these scraps did you grow up seeing your grandparents use, or which one did you think was just trash until today? Tell us in the comments what you are going to regrow first. Japanese grandmothers knew that nothing is ever truly finished. Now you do too.